As our country approaches a highly anticipated election, knowing the facts about the candidates is more important than ever. The Clintons have a long history of pushing gun control measures when the opportunity strikes, and Hillary hasn't been shy about her own plans. We meet with experts to learn about Hillary's plans and what the ramifications for gun owners will be if Mrs. Clinton were to become our country's next president.
What you see now throughout this presidential run of Hillary's is that she's very proud and vocal and actually moving further and further towards the radical gun control agenda than even in the past. So very consistent in her support for gun control, very consistent in her dishonest approach about how she talks about it. But we're not surprised, and we're going to make sure that gun owners across this country know the truth about Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton has been opposed to our right to keep and bear arms for a long, long time. I mean, in her days in the White House, she was working alongside her husband on the Clinton gun ban. This was the biggest gun ban that our nation has ever seen for 10 years. Semi-automatic rifles were outlawed in this country. Many models were. And we know that it didn't work to bring down the crime rate. We know that it didn't work to prevent violence. That was why this expired in 2004. Whether you're a gun owner or not, chances are in this country, you want less violent crime. You want our country to remain a safer place. Being a gun owner or not has nothing to do with it. But when you are continually calling for policies that wouldn't work to make us safer, would simply take guns away, I start to wonder if you're less concerned about violent crime and you're just more concerned about gun ownership.
In the year 2000, she advocated for a national gun registry. That was something she tried to back off of in 2008 when she was running for president the first time. But most recently, she has been advocating for universal background checks, and she has cited multiple mass shootings and tragedies as her reasoning for that, but she doesn't mention that the universal background checks she's discussing wouldn't have prevented any of the mass shootings that she likes to cite.
Well, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's what Hillary Clinton has tried to do. She repeats the same failed policies and puts forth the same failed policies that we've tried. They have no responsible solutions. They talk about responsible proposals. None of their proposals would address the underlying problem. They're not responsible, and all they would do is focus their attention on law-abiding gun owners who, by definition, are law-abiding, and ignore the criminals who, by definition, break the law. Sadly, we've tried to legislate evil out of people since the beginning of time. It's an immature approach. It's not a serious approach, but that's what we've come to expect out of Hillary Clinton.